Continuing with part 3, here we will discuss new product, new technology or system development, and will define how product development, technology development are different in terms of what kind of particular items are differing, and therefore what is the basis of defining product development and technology development. So when we go to basic technology development, our objective is to develop new products with better quality, features, and user functions based on the kind of feedback we have got from the marketplace and based on the kind of competition we have in the marketplace for the same or similar product, and at the same time being able to create other features or introduce other features into the product so that its sales improves, its functioning improves, its service improves, and it becomes a lead product in the market. They develop new processes that increase productivity, reduce cost, failure rates, and material wastages. Now, these three things are from three different sectors. Increasing productivity is basically trying to change the manufacturing process or manufacturing bottlenecks, removing manufacturing bottlenecks. Reducing cost basically either through mass production or through improvement in the material that we use or the subsystems that we use and how they can be made cheaper, or improving the labor costs or decreasing the failure rates in the ultimate final tested product, because the number of failure of the final product ultimately results in making the cost of the overall supply chain better. And also the material wastage per production also makes the cost of the production less. So assimilate new concepts and technologies for improved service and products. That's how the service chain is built, customer supply chain is built, and the product market is improved. Maintain market lead by continuous innovation and product specifications. Generate product improvements to suit the market demands and needs, and help in maintaining, enhancing, or creating quality standards for better product services. Create market disruption to introduce new products and services while preparing future roadmaps for aspirational systems and services. If we try to talk in terms of technology development and product development, basic nature in technology development is problem focused. That means we are either looking for a new kind of technology solution, or we are trying to look at how an idea can be converted into technology, or how improvement can be made in the manufacturing process, or how we can make a product which is more easily serviceable, has less failure, and meets the requirement of the demands more gracefully. While the production is basically solution focused, that we have a product and we want to create that product, we want to standardize that product so that there is no variation from one batch to another batch or one product to another product, and at the same time we are able to meet the national and international standards by which we define that particular product. It is basically product development is solution focused, while the technology development is problem focused. Method is exploration oriented for technology development because we want to explore new ideas, we want to explore new technological concepts, we want to explore new manufacturing techniques, we want to explore new materials availability, and we want to at the same time orient our understanding or orient our internal competencies or joint ventures with other particular companies so that we can transfer the technology. Either we assimilate technology from outside or we transfer the technology to outside because we have developed a technology or we are wanting to develop a product on the base of this thing. So the exploitation there is oriented towards a product, and that is the primary difference between technology development and product development. The degree of formalization is low in technology development because there, when we are trying to talk in terms of formal things, we are not sure whether the technology development will be successful, whether the idea will be converted into proper technology, and if it is done, how much overheads it will have, what kind of experiences it will generate, and what kind of expertise it would need. So either using the internal assessment process or a joint assessment process will be important. So the technology development formalism is low while the product development formalism is high, because there we know whether we are meeting the standards of the product or not, and whether it's going to succeed in the marketplace or not. State of an idea, it's basically probable or fuzzy, because whatever the idea has come, how well it can be translated into a production scale, how well it can be adapted to the market requirements, how well it can coalesce into the functioning of the internal supply chain, and how well it will get into the marketplace and compete with other products of the similar variety. At the same time, the product is determined, either we are trying to improve the quality of our own product, or we are trying to bring in a new product into this thing which is going to compete in the market for the products which are similar outside. Technical maturity requires, for the technology development, technology evaluation gates, while in the case of product development, it requires system integration, because you have different components, sub-assemblies, or systems coming from other particular manufacturers or locally from other streams inside the company, and then they are integrated. And so they should function as a proper unit when integrated. Time commitments are long-term in case of technology development, because we do not know how much time it will take in order to convert the idea, stabilize the technology, stabilize the manufacturing process, stabilize the supply chain, and stabilize the market reaction. So this is long-term. And in the case of product development, it has to be short-term, otherwise other particular markets will snatch your market share. Competence required in technology development is not clear. You will need multiple expertise, multiple domain understandings. You can have some domains which are still not explored properly. So this is the competence required is not very clear. So that's why it's a very, very huge challenge. While in the case of product development, because it has come through, therefore we are very clear what competencies are needed, what expertise is needed, and they are therefore predictable. Uncertainty is high in technology development and low in product development. Risks are high in technology development, low in product development. Process repeatability in technology development is low. That is what we want to overcome. We want to make this process repeatability high. In case of product, it has to be the highest, because we cannot afford to have a non-standard, non-similar product and a repeatable product in the marketplace. Completion point is not clear, because we are not clear when the technology will be ripe and completed, while the product development is sharp and clear. Development results, knowledge and capability to either generate new technology or new product or new services, new understanding, new concepts, create a marketable product, and at the same time give better service. Damage, if abundant, relatively small for the technology development, but it is substantial in product development. However, this can also reverse. It can cost an enormous amount of money if your technology development effort fails, because the investment that has gone in, and maybe it has come in from multiple channels, therefore that's also substantial. So product development and technology development in that case are similar. Thank you. Continuing with the product development, we find that a very particular aspect of software development, software as a product in development, that has a very, very unique character. The unique character is that we are trying to take a software and develop that. While this particular software is developed, we have to understand what the specifications are. We have to draw the specification map, what's known as the requirements analysis of the product, software product, and how that particular requirement analysis can be converted into preliminary design, then into the final design. And this particular concept of operation and requirements plan gets into prototype development. And this prototype development, once we have done this, then we go through the software requirements and requirement validation, whether it is meeting those requirements and those specifications, improvement in the development plan, make the second type prototype, run through the simulations and create other models, again go through the iteration process. And once the software is done, we have the beta version, it's released for user trials. These user trials tell us how well it is functioning when operated in a mass scale, operated on a network, operated in a particular user space, and then doing the integration test, how it is fitting with other particular systems, how it is fitting with other particular this thing. Say, for example, you are developing something and which is very successful in the initial trial on the Windows platform, but when you test it on any other particular platform, say Unix platform or the iOS platform, you find that there are certain particular problems because the system calls are different. So you go on changing it, and that validation needs that we are trying to do a third level prototype design. And similarly, so this BHIM spiral model of product development is basically suited to software. And I deliberately wanted to talk in terms of the product development in software because the technology today needs software in most of the products that we have, especially with the coming of the artificial intelligence and machine learning. Most of the products are being having embedded software or having software hardware coexistence. And that is why we need to understand that because of the software, many a times the cycles that of product development that we have talked about earlier can also go through a cyclic process. Maybe you have to change some sort of a hardware, maybe you have to change some sort of sensors or accumulate or actuators, and maybe you have to take course to some other particular entities. And therefore, we have to talk in terms of product development also in terms of spiral model, and technology development also in terms of a spiral model.